Good morning, dears, and welcome to Super Coaching for UPSC by Textbook. And today we meet here to discuss one of the very important topic of Indian economy, that is introduction to industries. So I welcome you all in today's lecture. So let's start our lesson. So when we talk about that, let me tell you that in what manner we are going to proceed in regard to this session. First of all, I will define that what is industry, and after that I will discuss the that types of industries, and industry can be categorized on the basis of raw material used, on the basis of ownership, and on the basis of size. So we will discuss that what can be the types of industries on the basis of raw material used, and what can be the type of industries on the basis of ownership, and what can be the type of industry on the basis of size. So after that we will discuss the industrial policy. So first I will define that what is the meaning of industrial policy. After that I will discuss that industrial policy of 1948, and I will also discuss the industrial policy of 1956. I will also discuss the industrial policy of 1977, and I will also discuss the industrial policy of 1980, and I will also discuss the new economic policy, that is 1991. So and that will finish our today's lesson, and then we will proceed again in the next lesson. Okay, so let's start our lesson. So when we talk about the industry, so what is the meaning of industries? So first as I said that I will define. So what is the meaning of industry? Industry refers to that economic activity which is concerned with the production of goods or services, extraction of the minerals, or provision of services. I am going to repeat once again that what is industries? Industries are economic activities that are concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, or provision of services. If any economic activity is going to provide the production of goods or services, or any economic activity is instrumental for the extraction of minerals, or any economic activity which is going to provide the service, that will be considered as, that means all these things are going to be provided by industries. Okay, all these things are going to be provided by industries. Like when we talk about the production of goods, we can say that production of that iron, or we can say that production of steel. So that is nothing but production of goods. We can say that production of this podium, that is that means this podium is going to be constructed in some industry. Good morning, dears. Good morning. And similarly, when we talk about the extraction of minerals, that means we can talk about that iron is going to be extracted from the iron ore. Similarly, we can, that means it is going to be. I am good. I am good. How are you, dear? So that means iron ore is going to be extracted from the iron is going to be extracted from iron ore. So that is iron industry. Okay, so that means similarly coal is going to be extracted from the that means reserves of coal. So that is going to be coal industry. Similarly, that means service, provision of services. So when we talk about the tourism services, and what I am providing, that is also a service. So and we already discussed that how the services are different from the goods. So let me define once again services. How? Arun Kumar, good morning, dear. Good morning. So let me tell you that what are services and what are goods. Goods are that means the commodity which has the physical structure. They are tangible. That tangible means they can be touched. Since they are tangible, so they have the physical structure. So they can be visualized. Whereas services are intangible. that means services are intangible, so they do not have physical structure, that's why they cannot be visualized. So that means, and the production of goods and services, in case of production of goods and services, goods are produced at one place and they are distributed at another place, whereas in case of services, services are produced and distributed at the same time. Okay, that what I am doing, I am producing the service and I am delivering the lecture. Okay, so I am thinking, that means I am producing, that means lecture, and then I am delivering it. So that is nothing but production and that means distribution of service is taking place at the same time. Okay, so that is difference. So we were talking about the industry. So what is industry? That means any economic activity which is concerned with either the production of goods or the extraction of minerals or the provision of services. All those economic activities takes place in industry. Okay, so that means any economic activity which is concerned with, okay, that is known as industry. Now we are going to talk about the types of industry. Now we are going to focus on the types of industry. So when we talk about the types of industry, as I said that industry can be categorized on three bases. Okay, and there is not that means watertight compartmentalization. I just want to make sure that it does not mean that there is going to be watertight compartmentalization, but for common man understanding, to have the clear cut understanding of industries, I am just for you pupils that understanding, I am categorizing it. Okay, so that means the industry can be categorized under three categories. Okay, and those categories are, they can be categorized on the basis of raw material used. Okay, and they can be categorized on the basis of ownership, who is owning the industry. Other can be on the basis of size, whether they are of small size or they are of large size. If they are of small size, they are known as small industry. If they are of large size, they are known as large industry. Or we will discuss that how it differs. So that means first we will discuss that the classification of industries on the basis of raw material use. So first of all we will discuss the classification of industry on the basis of raw material use. So when we talk about the raw material use, that means the industry can use the raw material, agro raw material, that industries can use the agro raw material, industry can use the mineral extraction, minerals, industry can use the sea raw material, industry can use the forest produce. So on the basis of that only we can divide the industries. That means agro based industries, we can divide industry as agro based industry, we can divide the industry as mineral based industries. That means we will discuss, don't worry. Similarly, industry can be categorized as marine based industry. Similarly, industry can be categorized as forest based industries. Okay, so now we will discuss that what is agro based industry. So when we talk about the agro based industry, agro based industries are those industries which use the plant or animal or the agriculture produce as their raw material. Any industry which is using plant or animal product or agriculture product, that will be considered as agro based industry. Any industry, I am going to repeat once again, any industry which is using what, either the plant or the animal product or the agriculture produce, and they are going to with the help of this raw material, they are going to produce a final good, that is known as agro based industry. Like food processing industries, like vegetable oil, that means vegetable oil is going to use vegetables as a raw material. Okay, similarly we can talk about the cotton textile or textile industry. Textile industry is going to use cotton. Cotton textile industry is going to use cotton. Cotton is being produced in agriculture. So the cotton industry is going to be considered as agro based industry. Similarly, we can talk about dairy products. That dairy products is nothing but agro based industry. Similarly, when we talk about the marine based mineral based, next is mineral based industry. So what is the meaning of mineral based? That means mineral based industries are those industry which uses the minerals as their raw material. They use minerals as their raw material, and whatever they produce, that with that help of that product, the further the production took place. Okay, that means with the help of the mineral, they are going to produce a that means a medium good or intermediate good, and with that intermediate good, that means that intermediate good is going to be again going to act as raw material, and that is going to produce final good. Okay, like I will talk about that iron is going to be iron from iron ore. Iron ore is going to be used as raw material for the production of iron, and further iron is going to be used for the production of machinery, heavy machinery. So that means this heavy machinery, okay, that means this iron ore is nothing, that means industry related to iron ore is nothing but mineral based industry, like the coal reserves, okay, coal deposits, they are nothing but mineral based industries. So when we are going to extract the coal, that is going to be, and this coal is going to be further used for the production of steel. Similarly, that means we are going to use the iron ore for the production of iron, and this iron is going to be used, this iron is going to be used for the further production of heavy machinery, and with those heavy machinery, that is going to be used in the further production process, that is known as capital goods. So that means those industries in which ores or minerals are being used as raw material, and with those ores or minerals we produce intermediary good, and with that intermediary good we produce the final good. Okay, that type of industries are known as mineral based industries. Other type of industry can be marine based industry. What is the meaning of marine based industry? The meaning of marine based industry is, that means ocean or the sea material. Okay, that means a product from sea or the ocean is used as a raw material. I am going to repeat once again. If a product from sea or ocean is being used as the raw material, and with that raw material a final good is going to be produced, that is known as marine based industry, like sea processing industry, or that means that we can say that seafood manufacturing industries. We can talk about the fish oil, etc. These all are the examples of marine based industries. Okay, I think it is making sense. Is it clear? Now we are going to proceed further, and we are going to discuss the forest based industry. Okay, so what is the forest based industry? Forest based industries are those industries in which forest produce is being used as a raw material. By using the forest produce, we produce a final good, like pulp industries, like paper industries, like pharmaceuticals industry, like furniture industry, like building industries. That means all those industries, the forest produce is being used as a raw material. So all those industries in which the forest produce is being used as a raw material, all those industries are known as forest based industries. Okay, so this is about the first classification, that means on the basis of their raw material use. Now we are going to discuss another classification of industry. We are going to discuss the another classification of industry, and that can be on the basis of their size. Okay, so when we talk about the basis of size, that means there can be small industry and there can be large industry. Okay, when we talk about the on the basis of their size, the industries can be either they can be large or they can be small. So we will have to understand that what is the meaning of small and what is the meaning of large. Okay, so that means small industries are those industries which are using small capital, that means not using large amount of capital, or we can say that those industries which are using at smaller level that capital at a smaller level, that means they are using the older technology. That means there is two criteria, or we can say that which industry can be considered as a small industries. Those industries which produce at a small level, that means they are not going to produce at large scale. And second thing, they use generally that means redundant or the older technology. Those industries are known as small industries. Large industries are those industries which produce at large scale, and they generally use modern technology. That means with the help of modern technology, the large industries produce at large scale, and those industries are known as large industries. So small industries, that means they use the older technology, and by using older technology they produce at a small scale. Okay, so that like cottage industries is an example of small industries. We can say that cottage industries, we can say that tiny industries, they are the example of small industries. And the small industries, when we talk about the small industries, these small industries can be categorized under three categories. One is known as micro, other is known as small, other is known as medium. Okay, so we are going to define that on what basis the that government of India has defined the industries, on what ground the government of India has defined the small industries, and what is the criteria for medium industries. Okay, that means before 2020, before the COVID, and that means government or the for the definition of micro, small and medium, we were using the turnover as a criteria. We were using turnover as a criteria for the defining micro, small and medium enterprise. Okay, MSMEs. For defining MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprise, earlier before 2020, we were using the turnover as the criteria, turnover. And because of because as I said that these industries, MSMEs are intensive industry. Labor intensive means they use the labor force for the production. Okay, and large scale industries are generally capital intensive. Capital intensive means they use that capital or the machinery for the production process. Since they are the labor intensive, so they are instrumental for giving the employment. Okay, please try to understand why we redefine this definition. They are instrumental for providing the employment. Okay, they are instrumental for providing the instrumental. That's why that government was giving these MSME incentive. So, and this was on the basis of over that means turnover. On the basis of turnover, that we were defining the MSMEs on the basis of turnover. So just to get the incentive, this industry was not adopting modern technology. They were not producing at large scale, because if they are going to produce at large scale, their production is going to increase. When their production is going to increase, they are going to shift from the MSME to a large scale industry, and when they are going to shift to large scale industry, they are going to lose the incentives given by the government. So that's why they were not very much that means motivated. Sachin Sharma, good morning. Arun, Solia Sahil, that small industries, large industries, modern technology are modern products, services and infrastructure that are designed and built using scientific knowledge and engineering. This includes information. Yeah, definitely. But this is very specific. Okay, when we want to define the large scale industry, we have to use, that means those industries which are using the modern technology. That modern technology may be artificial intelligence, okay, that may be scientific knowledge, whatever it may be. It is already enforced, okay, that definition is already enforced. It is not like that when it will come, okay. That means now we are defining MSMEs on the basis of that means both criteria. We are on the basis of turnover as well as investment. Earlier that was on the turnover. So we were discussing that why that because of this turnover the industry was not very much motivated to have the modern technology and to produce at large scale, because they were that means have this fear that they are going to lose the incentives given by the government. That's why. So government reformed this lacuna, and now that government defined MSMEs or micro, medium or small industries on the basis of both. That means that is on the basis of investment as well as on the basis of turnover. So now the criteria is, now we are going to discuss that what is the criteria, but before that first let me rub it. Is it making sense? Okay, we have already implemented since 2020 only. This definition is in force. Okay, so now when we define MSMEs, we define MSMEs on both criteria, that is on the basis of investment level as well as on the basis of turnover. So what is the criteria? We are going to discuss that. So the criteria is for micro, that means either your investment limit is up to 1 crore or your turnover is 5 crore. If your investment is 1 crore or your turnover is up to 5 crore, you will be considered as micro enterprise. Okay, industry will be considered as micro enterprise. If that means that investment is for a small, okay, if investment is 10 crore or it is 50 crore turnover, if investment level is 10 crore or turnover is 50 crore, that will be considered as small industries. Okay, and if investment is 50 crore and turnover is up to 250 crore, those industries will be considered as medium enterprise. Okay, those industries will be considered as medium enterprise. Okay, is it clear? Solia Sahil, is it clear? So I just want to say that it is already in force. It is already in force. Okay, so now we define the micro, small and medium enterprise on the basis of both, that is on the basis of investment limit as well as on the basis of turnover, And what is that criteria? For the micro industries, it is the investment limit either up should be 1 crore or turnover should be 5 crore. And all those industries which have this, which fulfill these criteria, they are considered as micro industries. Okay, and small industries are those industries which have the turnover of 10 crore or small industries are those industries which have invested through 10 crore or turnover of 50 crore. Okay, and medium and industries are those industries which have invested to 50 crore or turnover of 250 crore. So they are known as small scale, and all these are considered to be small industries. What is industries in which the process of manufacturing, production and service are done on a small scale? I told na, that means they are considered as small scale industries, small industry. And there is one that concept that is known as cottage industry. You may be talking about cottage industry. Cottage industries are those industries which use, that means they have not hired any, that means that labor force. That means any industry in which the production is taking place with the family labor. That many times we use the word village and cottage industry. So cottage industries are those industry in which only the family labor force is involved. Okay, that means any production which is taking place through the involvement of family labor, that is known as cottage industries. So that means cottage industries are those industries, okay, like we talk about that handmade things. Okay, that means earlier we have lot many type of that skills. Okay, earlier people used to have, okay, and they were producing the things. Okay, so they were known as cottage industries, and that was very dear to Gandhiji. Okay, Nirmala, good morning. Okay, they were very near to the Gandhiji heart. Okay, they want to have the self sufficiency of the place. Okay, and that's why they were very much want to promote the cottage industries. They want to promote the cottage industries. Okay, so you may be confused. That means all those industries which produce at a small scale, be the up to 250 crore, whichever industry is producing up to 250 crore, they will be considered as small industries. Okay, that means we will categorize them as a small industries only, but this small industries can be further categorized under three categories. One is micro, other is small, other is medium. Okay, when we talk about the cottage industry is those industries which is that means generally they are at the place. Okay, and no family, though, that means they have not hired the labor force. Okay, whatever production is taking place, that production is taking place from the family labor, with the help of family labor. That is known as cottage industry. So that is about the small industry. What is the large scale industries? I think it is making sense. What is the large scale industries? Large scale industries are those industries which produce at large scale. Okay, and that means they use the modern technology, most advanced technology. Metal, handicraft and small food processing businesses. Yeah, definitely. Okay, they are that means please dear, that means if you want to give the example you can give. Okay, but the thing is, just have the concept clarity. I just want to say that they are the examples. Okay, we are talking about in general. Okay, cotton weaving, silk weaving, carpet making. Yeah, these were the cottage industries. Earlier it used to be cottage industries. Okay, so that is the case of. Now large scale industries, all those industries which produce at large scale with modern technology, that is known as large scale industries. Now we are going to proceed further and we are going to discuss the industry based on ownership. Okay, what can be the that means types of industry or classification of industry on the basis of ownership. So on the basis of ownership we can categorize further under four category. One is public sector, other is private sector, other is joint venture and other is cooperative sector industries. Okay, so we will discuss all these one by one. Okay, so when we talk about the industries, my dears, please, okay, as I said that industry can be there can be classification of industry on three bases. One is on the basis of raw material used, other is on the basis of size, and third can be on the basis of ownership. So when we talk about the ownership, that classification of industries on the basis of ownership, it can be public sector, it can be private sector, or it can be joint venture, or it can be cooperative sector. Okay, cooperative sector. So we will discuss what is the meaning. Government sector or government enterprise, that means those industries which solely belongs to government, meaning that means that 100% shareholding belongs to government. All those industry under which that means 100%. Okay, now okay, 100% shareholding belongs to government, that is known as government sector. But now this is not the scenario that now we define PSUs. There is something which is known as PSU. PSU means public sector undertaking. So the meaning of public sector undertaking is that means if government holds more than 51% shareholding, that if government holds at least 51%, top 3 cottage industries, we can say weaving, that leather industries and cotton industries. So when we talk about PSUs, okay, so when we talk about PSUs, PSUs are being defined, okay, public sector undertakings are being defined on the basis of that if at least 51% shareholding should belongs to government. If the government have more than 51% shareholding, or at least government had 51% shareholding, those are known as PSUs. So that means whosoever holds 51% shareholding, they have the management control. So whosoever has the management control, they are, if government has the management control, they are known as PSU, public sector undertaking. Okay, but when we talk about the private sector or public sector, that means public sector enterprise are those enterprise which have 100% shareholding belongs to government, like atomic energy, okay, like Reserve Bank of India, okay. So in case of Reserve Bank of India, 100% shareholding belongs to government, okay, like atomic energy, okay. So that is 100% shareholding belongs to government, okay. What is private sector? Private sector industries are those industries in which that shareholding belongs to the promoters, okay. My dears, please let me, whosoever has studied that capital market with me, they must be aware about that. When I talked about the industries, capital market, when we talk about the industries, let me tell you that when we talk about the industry in economics, that we do not use word owner, we do not use the word owner, that the individuals who took initiative, they are known as promoters. Please dears, I will use this word, they are known as promoters, okay. That means the individuals who take risk to start any business, they are known as promoters. So private industries are those industries which is being raised by the promoters, and they have not raised a single coin from the market. Please try to understand, they have not raised a single coin from the market. So whatever capital is invested, all capital belongs to the promoters only. That means they have not devolved their shareholding. If they devolve their shareholding, they have to register with capital market, okay. They have to devolve their shareholding in capital market by registering with the stock exchange, and there we discuss that that is primary market and secondary market, okay. So now I am not going to discuss that much detail, but the thing is, I just want to say that when we talk about the private industries, private industry means those industries in which whatever investment is, that investment belongs to the promoters only, meaning they have not raised a single coin from the market, meaning they have not devolved their shareholding, they have not devolved their shareholding. So 100% shareholding belongs to the private individual, and those industries are known as private sector, okay. And nowadays we are using more better, that is, if more than 50% shareholding in that means joint ventures also, in joint ventures also, although they are joint ventures, but in joint ventures also, if more than 50% shareholding, more than 50% shareholding belongs to private sector, those industries are known as private industries, like Reliance industry, like, it does not means that 100% shareholding belongs to that means Ambani family, but that more than 50% shareholding belongs to Ambani family, that is the meaning. Like Tata Industries, okay, they are private sector industries, okay. Why they are private sector? Because management control belongs to the private hands. So nowadays, although the definition of private sector is that 100% shareholding belongs to the private sector, but nowadays the joint venture is also either going to be categorized at public sector, or they are going to be categorized as private sector. So public sector enterprises are those enterprises in which more than 50% shareholding belongs to the government, and private sector enterprises are those enterprises in which more than 50%, 51% shareholding belongs to the private sector. Yeah. Financial market. So, here I want to clear that what is the meaning of promoters. That's why since they devolved, if they devolve their shareholding, so whosoever is going to have the equity share, they all are the owners. That's why to differentiate the owners from promoter, we use the word promoters. So promoters are those individuals who starts the business, who takes the risk in starting. Okay, and that is the, so I think it is very clear. So the industries can be government or private. Now we are going to proceed further and we are going to discuss another type, that is joint venture, and I discussed this joint venture. Nowadays most of the industries are in joint venture. Okay, that means they are joint venture, they are that means joint venture, that means there is private the investment as well as government investment. Government investment does not means that government, it is government, I mean to say that public. Okay, and when we talk about, so now most of the industries are joint ventures, and in joint venture, if more than 50% shareholding belongs to government, it is PSU. If that more than 51% shareholding belongs to private, it is private industries. So joint venture means there is investment by the government as well as there is investment by the private individuals. Okay, cooperative. Now we are going to discuss the next type of industry, that is wrestling. No dear, I do not have any idea about wrestling. Okay, so now we are talking about the cooperative sector. Okay, so cooperative sector means those industries in which that the that means they are operated by the, my dears, please, cooperative industries are those industries which are being operated. Had ho gayi? That's really amazing. Cooperative industries are those industries which are operated by the amazing. So cooperative industries are those industries which are operated by the producer and supplier of raw material and the workers. Okay, if the supplier and the workers are going to work together, okay, that means if the workers are going to have no issue, if you will ask any question, I will, okay, that I welcome you all to ask question, no issue. I just want to say that what is the cooperative sector industries? Cooperative sector industries are those industries in which, that means the producer or the supplier of raw material is the owner. At the same time, whosoever is working in that industry, they are also the owner. They are also the owner of the industry. Like Amul. Okay, Amul is the best example of the cooperative society. Okay, cooperative sector industry. So cooperative sector industries are those industries which are operated by the producer or the supplier of raw material and the workers both. They are being managed by the producer or supplier of raw material as well as that workers. They are known as cooperative. Now we are going to discuss the industrial policy. we are going to discuss the industrial policies. So what is the meaning of industrial policy? First we will discuss that what is the meaning of industrial policy. So what is the meaning of industrial policy? Industrial policy refers to the actions. Industrial policy refers to the action to influence the structure, ownership or the performance of the industry. If government is going to take any action to influence either the ownership of the company or to the structure of the company or to the performance of the industry. Okay, if government is going to take any action for influencing either the structure or the ownership or the performance of the industry, all those actions are considered to be industrial policy. They constitute industrial policy. Okay, so what it is going to include, that industrial policies are going to include all the rules, regulations, procedure, tariff laws, that labor laws, policies towards the foreign investment. All this is going to be included under the industrial policy. I am going to repeat once again. Please try to understand what I want to say. I just want to say that what is the meaning of, we are going to discuss the industrial policy. Okay, first I give you the that means background, that what is industries and how many types of industry can be. Now we are going to discuss that to run these industries there is need to have the industrial policy. So who is going to announce the industrial policy? The government is going to announce the industrial policy. So first I just want to define that what is the meaning of industrial policy. So if the government take any action and that action is going to influence either the structure or the ownership or the performance of the industry, they all are going to constitute the industrial policy. So what is going to be industrial policy? What is going to be component? That all the rules and regulation which is being directed by the government time and again, that all the procedures, okay, that is going to constitute the industrial policy. All the laws, that means be the case of labor laws, be the case of tariff law, be the case of that means government attitude towards the foreign investment, they all are going to constitute the industrial policy. So that is the meaning of industrial policy. So when we talk about the industrial policy, time and again government announced the industrial policy. So that means in case of India, first the industrial policy was announced in 1948. Okay, that in case of India the first industrial policy was announced in 1948, and that industrial policy was talking about the mixed economy. Okay, so that means today's lecture we are going to discuss that first I define the industrial policy, what is the meaning. Now we are going to discuss that what are the industrial policy, which are the, okay. So first of all, the government of India announced in 1948, the then government announced 1948, that is industrial policy of 1948, that is known as industrial policy of 1948, or that is also known as industrial resolution of 1948. Okay, and this industrial policy of 1948 was talking about the mixed economy. That means for the when we talk about the mixed economy, let me tell you that was talking about the mixed economy, that when we talk about the distribution of resources, or for we talk about the production can be done either three ways. Okay, one can be socialist way, other can be mixed economy, or third can be capitalist economy. So what is the meaning of socialist economy? That all the factor, as I always said, that production always takes place with the factor of production. In economics, nothing is wealth other than production, and this production always takes place with the factor of production. So in order to do the production, who is owning the factor of production? That is nothing but system of production, and that system of production can be socialist, and that system of production can be mixed, and that system of production may be capitalist. So what is the socialist? Socialist means yeah, definitely. Industrial policy, the meaning of industrial policy is that whatever actions government is going to take to influence either the ownership of the company or the structure of the company or the performance of the company. That means if government want to boost the performance and they are going to take some actions, that means they may come with some incentives or they may come with some restrictions. Okay, so that means they all are going to be counted as industrial policy. So when we talk about the industrial policy is going to have all the rules, all the regulations, all the procedures, all the policies of the government, and that policy may be related to labor laws, that policy may be related to foreign investment, that policy may be related to tariff laws, whatever it may be. So that means government is going to announce all those policies, and those policies are going to be considered as industrial policy. So when we talk about the industrial policy in India, that industrial policy are four industrial policy. Okay, one is known as industrial policy of 1948, other is known as industrial policy of 1956, that is also known as economic constitution of India. The industrial policy of resolution 1956 or industrial policy of 1956 is also known as economic constitution of India, and the other is known as industrial policy of 1977, other is known as industrial policy of 1980, other is known as industrial policy of 1991, that is also known as new economic reforms, that is known as new economic reforms or LPG reforms. Okay, so these are, now we are talking about that this industrial policy resolution 1948, industrial policy resolution of 1958 was talking about the mixed economy. We talk about that we are mixed economy, na? What is the meaning of mixed economy? We are talking about that thing. What is the meaning of mixed economy? That as in my very first lecture I talked about that what is economics. Economics is nothing other than wealth of nation, other than wealth. Okay, so that means economics is something which deals with the wealth, scientific study of wealth, and in economics nothing is wealth other than production, nothing is wealth other than production, and economics is something which deals with wealth, and nothing is wealth other than production. And in order to have the production, there is factor of production, and there are four factor of production. One is land, other is labor, other is capital, and other is entrepreneurship. So the system of production can be categorized under three categories. That is socialist, other is mixed, and other is capitalist. So socialist system is that system which talks about that factor of production is being owned by the government. If the factor of production or the resources are owned by the government, that system is known as socialist system. Okay, that capitalist system, that forces of production or the resources are being owned by the market forces, that is demand and supply, that is private individual. Okay, mixed economy, that means there is participation of both. Okay, that means there will be the factor of production will be owned by the government as well as private individuals. Okay, that is known as. So this was the 1948 resolution which talks about that we will have the mixed economy, means for the production there will be private participant, at the same time there will be government also. That is the meaning. Okay, that is the meaning. Next industrial policy was 1956, and other was, we will discuss these policies in the coming sessions. Okay, what was that means provisions, whether that provision was successful or not. If they were not successful, why, that means we will have the analysis. Okay, if they were not successful, what was the lacunas and how we reformed it. Okay, so that way we will discuss in coming sessions. Now we are going to discuss that what are the objectives of industrial policies. So the objectives are very clear, that we want to maintain the growth in the productivity. If we will be increase the productivity, with the increase in productivity, production will increase. If the production will increase, then the national income will increase, If the national income will increase, government will have more resources to do the welfare. Okay. So the very first objective is, just to maintain or to have the sustained growth in productivity, meaning to increase our efficiency. Okay, to increase our efficiency. Okay, by increasing the efficiency of the economy, we will be in position to increase the productivity, and if the productivity will increase, the production will increase. Okay, other is, when we will have the more production, that in order to produce more, we have to employ more people. So the next objective is going to be to enhance the gainful employment. Okay, and how it will increase? Because with the increase in productivity, production will increase. If the production will increase, in order to produce more, the employer will employ more employees. That is nothing but there will be increase in employment. Not only this, there is that means objective is to achieve the optimum utilization of human resources. That, as I said, that poverty and unemployment, because of poverty and poverty is there because of unemployment. So when we will be in position to that employ more people, so there will be optimum utilization of human resources. Not only this, we want to attain the international competitiveness, and we want to transform the India into major partner and player in the global arena. Through our industrial policy, we want to transfer India into major partner or the global partner. These were the objective of our industrial policy, and today we finish here only. Thank you very much. If there is any doubt, let me know. Otherwise, we are going to finish here. And this is my Telegram ID. This is my Telegram ID. Just join this Telegram ID to have any type of query, to satisfy the any type of query related to economy. Just join my this email ID. Telegram ID. Okay, and here you will get the PDF of this lecture as well as daily current affairs. You will also get the daily MCQ related to daily current affair. You will also get the subjective questions, that means answer writing practice for mains, and you can resolve any query related to UPSC by joining my Telegram ID, which is given below. So by joining this Telegram ID, you can satisfy your all queries related to preparation of UPSC. And can we stop here? Today we will stop here. Thank you very much, dears. Thanks a lot. See you again. Thanks a lot.